We are training our kids to be killers. And
games can cause kids to act more aggressively and accept violence as a part of everyday life.
Certain forms of video game violence can be correlated to aggression in the kids who use them.
That video games make people violent?
I don't know if I necessarily believe video games make people violent, but I think that if you kind of have a background where you already tend towards maybe violent thoughts or violent actions and you maybe never acted out on it yet, video games can kind of encourage that behavior. So I think maybe more they could trigger violence in somebody who's already kind of predisposed to be violent.
Okay, so it doesn't cause violence, just triggers it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it causes it, but I do think that it could spark it in somebody who already kind of has, maybe they have emotional issues or they've been picked on, or yeah. I don't necessarily think it can turn somebody who is completely, normal and non-violent into a super violent person just because they play video games the whole time. You're welcome.
unbelievable.
Okay, well, because when you're gonna be violent, it's already determined. Like they show signs at the beginning. It's not like just one day I'm playing San Andreas and I get all violent the next day. It's already there. It's just a trigger. It's like they show signs already of violence. They already start like hitting people. They have fights with their brothers every day. They hit dogs or pets and things like that. They enjoy torturing things. That's why they're already violent. It's not like it just shows out of nowhere after playing video games. It's already there. It just poses it.
Oh yeah.
Do you think violent games make you violent?
Personally, yes, because, well, my nephew plays video games, and they're not little kid video games, so, and he gets his little ideas from those video games, I guess, that he plays, so, personally, I would think it does make you violent.
But how much time does it spend?
Probably an hour a day, now almost every other day, so, yeah.
So do you think violent video games make people violent?
You know, I'm kind of believe that if a person's violent, they were born that way. I mean, are you a violent person? No. I mean, if you look back at people that are violent, most of the time, their background shows that they've done stuff like when they were first kids or something like that. I don't think the video games necessarily make them violent. I just think that it probably enhances it, brings it out a little bit more.
Do you think that violent video games makes people violent?
I don't
think so. I mean, it depends on what kind of video game you be playing, you know. Because if a young kid at a certain age, like around 8 or 9 years old, he's just playing like war games all day, of course he's gonna get violent. But if he changes his type of video games to Mario or any other game that doesn't involve violence, of course it's gonna be different, you know. It's not just like video games is gonna affect the way the kids is gonna be. The kids is gonna be like, was it gonna be violent or not violent? It depends how they take it, you know.
Yeah, so you think it's not like playing them, it's like the amount of time it's playing.
Yeah, the amount of time, yeah, of course. If I have my kid, I won't let him be all day long playing on that war game, you know. I mean, 2 hours at the least, I mean, the most. And boy, you get your ass, I mean, you get started doing something else, you know. You're not just gonna be playing games all day. So I don't think so, you know, it depends. But every dad thinks different. Like, alright, thank you.
Some people just love to point their finger. Something happens, I'm not sure to blame. That's how most people look at things. Now they point their finger at games. No source of entertainment, video games is now taking the blame. Violent video games have been blamed for school shootings, increases in bullying, and violence towards women. The question is, can a simple simulation cause that type of behavior? Was it just the loss of family interaction and the lack of proper principles and values, and the lack of responsibility by the parents to blame? Here are some of the points to take in mind. Violent juvenile crime in the United States have been declining as violent games have been popularity has increased. The arrest rate for juvenile murders is falling 71.9% between 1995 and 2008. The arrest rate for juvenile violent crimes has declined 49.3%. In this same period, video game sales have more than quadrupled. Could be that maybe these types of games don't create murders. Maybe the intent is already.
The court ruled the state had not demonstrated any direct link between playing violent video games and actual harm to minors.
It has to be the choice of the parent. The parent determines what's appropriate for their child based on the culture in their home and based on the sort of environment they want not just their child to grow up in, but they.
In these charts you can see how the popularity of video games and the violent adolescent crimes committed has diminished as their popularity increased. Also, on the other chart labeled problem behaviors and emulated game preferences shows that emulated games with violent content and the crime displayed in the year of the releases. It's evident that the playing violent video games has nothing to do with the amount of crime or violence a person will commit. Violent video games have always been the main culprit when it comes to recent school shootings. But there has been school shootings and killings way before the availability and popularity of the video games in the average households. There has been school shootings as early as 1966. I don't believe video games were popular nor very accessible at that time. The solution is very simple. Parents should teach their children the difference between good and bad, to respect others, and to never abuse verbally or physically any person, wherever they are. If it bothers you a lot, don't buy the game for your children. In the end, you're the parent and you decide what's good for your child. Now, for the other people that play video games, adolescents and older, you should clearly understand the clear line between reality and fiction, and if you cannot perceive the difference between the two, you must seek help quickly. Violence is avoidable with the right education and the right solutions, but even then there's just some you just can't reach. Those that are truly insane psychopaths that relish and enjoy violence, and those are few and rare. The best way to avoid violence is to treat others fairly and like human beings. Many have forgotten that we're all just people in the end. We all want to be respected, and we all want to be loved. So don't take it upon yourself to destroy the self-respect of another. Live your life by the most common line ever. Treat others as you want to be treated. That is the only true solution to violence. Stopping the sale of violent video games just covers the problem, because the problem never began there.